There's a tiny neighbourhood in central London nestled between Soho and Leicester Square that is often overlooked by visitors to the city. Chances are, if you've been here, you've probably walked through or nearby London's Chinatown. And if you haven't, you're missing out, and I'm gonna show you why.
I like a happy food. Right?
Yoo-hoo, welcome back. I've spent quite a bit of time in the city of Westminster, particularly the Soho area, and even I'm guilty of overlooking the unique experiences that London's Chinatown has to offer. That is, until today. Inspired by Chinese New Year and an endless appetite for all things delicious, I began my research for this episode. I was immediately met with an overwhelming list of options, so I enlisted the help of Steph. You've seen her on this channel before. She's a really good friend, extended family member. She's lived in this city for over 10 years, and she knows a thing or two about the best bits of London. We start our Sunday afternoon in a queue, of course, because it's London. We've secured ourselves a table at the ever-popular Bun House on Lisle Street for, unsurprisingly, steamed bao buns. This place doesn't take bookings, opens at noon, and almost always has a queue. After our first bites of freshly made steamed pork buns, the hype is no mystery. It's hard to believe, but these light, pillowy, flavorful buns originating in northern China during the 3rd century were only popularized in the UK in the last decade or so.
Nah, the Philippines, they call them siu pao. And I just love them as a child because they're so, I mean, look at them. They're like a happy food. Right? Yeah. Really happy food.
They were sold out of custard buns, but I would have been all over those if given the chance. Next treasure on the list, dumplings. And guess what? We don't need to look far because Beijing Dumpling is only 20 yards away, and let's just say, they've figured out how to bring in the customers.
We've been captivated by this dumpling making in the window. Now we're debating if we want more, we might go in.
Yeah, I mean they're small.
Yeah, let's
You can just have a couple.
Yeah, just one little basket.
One basket.
I don't know about you, but it doesn't matter what I'm eating. Anytime I'm faced with a menu this long, I'm immediately met with the fear of going overboard. Thank goodness for Steph, who suggests we start with my first sesame prawn toast. Definitely won't be my last.
Like spicy?
I guess so.
Somewhat cautiously, we choose spicy pork dumplings that are filled with a pork meatball and some kind of gelatin that melts into a soup when steamed. Steph briefs us on safe dumpling handling and warns everybody breaks them.
It's spicy.
We found happiness in steamed buns, a kick of spice, and hopefully wealth and prosperity in dumplings, according to Chinese symbolism, and a much-needed pop of color on this rather mild day in February. The red hanging lanterns that line the streets of Chinatown are unmistakable. They symbolize Chinese pride and good fortune. And during the Chinese New Year, the lanterns are said to frighten away the Nyan monster, which legend describes as a terrifying beast with sharp teeth and horns that would rather eat you than a bubble tea. And on that note,
Dessert?
maybe? The Chinatown Bakery has to be one of the most popular. It comes highly recommended by locals and area guides and has multiple branches, with a wide selection of treats to choose from. For some reason though, we've crammed ourselves into the smaller of the shops.
Have you had red bean before? Sweet. It's sort of like chocolatey, but not as
That sounds good.
rich.
Should we get like a couple things?
Oh yeah.
And try them?
I'm getting very overwhelmed. I'm very overwhelmed.
Run away to the safety of Rupert Court. This back alley, lane, passage, or whatever you want to call it, will become our taste testing refuge for the remainder of this adventure.
It's very sweet.
I thought you said it was savory.
It's both.
First up, the spring onion chicken floss roll.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's a lot.
It's not just bread.
No, it's not just bread. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot going on in there.
Taiyaki.
A taiyaki.
This made in-house taiyaki is a waffle-like pastry filled with custard or the more traditional red bean paste.
This is your favorite.
This is my favorite.
Huge fan of the red bean. It's a treat that I would come back for anytime.
Okay, that
I heard that crunch from here, so I'm very hopeful.
It's really good, isn't it?
I just dove right in. Didn't even show you what it looked like.
It was a fish.
This is the most beautiful taiyaki I've ever seen.
We end with this here snowball, which puts me on the express train straight to self-indulgent heaven.
It's so pillowy.
No self-restraint practiced here with this giant mochi-like ball of deliciousness.
Oh,
it?
I don't know what's inside.
Sesame.
There's peanuts in there. Sugar. Granulated sugar inside. And coconut. It's really good. But dessert's always my favorite part.
Chinatown is definitely a destination for overindulging, and I also recommend taking a break from the cuisine lineup to check out the various shops and markets for some unique finds, some of which even bring back childhood memories.
So this is what we would get money in as kids, right? Did we get like chocolate money?
Yeah. I mean, I never did.
You never did?
Maybe once or twice.
We found intrigue amongst the tightly packed shop aisles.
Never had peach before.
And I'm told that large bags of rice at the front entrance are a good sign.
Have I had salted plum before? Of course not. Birthday
that,
cake Oreos?
Yeah, it tastes nothing like the photo.
They're showing that it's good anytime. Oh my gosh.
Meat flavor.
Meat
do
flavored.
it.
All right.
We'll come back to these.
These really intrigue me.
It's not just
no,
pepper,
it's very
like
complex
a big
flavoring.
licorice.
Things seemed relatively calm when we started shopping, but now that we've emerged back onto the road,
We're really in the thick of it now. We got split by the sea of people.
don't let the crowds and queues discourage you. They move quickly, and the treats are seriously worth the wait, especially this one.
How good does it smell in here?
It smells amazing. I'm like melting. It's that kind of smell.
While we wait in the queue at Bubble Wrap for our third or fourth dessert, honestly, at this point I've lost count. It's impossible not to notice our surroundings. This gate on Wardour Street was added in 2016. It's the largest Chinese-styled gate in the UK and pays homage to the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty in China, ending in 1912. There are a couple of gates throughout the streets of Chinatown, but this one by far is the most impressive. This is it. She secured the goods.
Wow, look at the ice cream. It's got bits of red bean.
Yeah, it does actually.
Oh.
Back to Rupert Court.
We've really taken to eating down this back alley.
I like this back alley.
In 2015, a team at Imperial College decided to reinvent a Hong Kong street food classic, the egg waffle, and this is what they came up with. Our topping choices here are really conservative, but you can load it up if you're in the mood for something over the top.
This is so good. The little pieces of frozen bean, red bean, are so good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
I'm freezing.
Frozen. We need some hot tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an unusual location.
I am in a grocery store drinking tea. Yeah, I'm drinking hot tea in front of the fridge, so I'm okay with it.
The person who works in this store also works in the restaurant next door.
We've eaten some really delicious food, none of which contain vegetables now that I think about it. And we've explored this unmissable area of London, only to realize that we need to come back because there's so much more to experience here. Let us know in the comments if you've been to London's Chinatown and what your favorite spots are. And now there's really just one thing left for us to do.
The mystery Calbee chips.
Cornmeal, vegetable oil, barbecue seasoning,
Not really chips, Cheeto things.
anti-caking agent 551. That's always great.
Little snacks.
Like, I'm really expecting like a big old meat skewer taste, you know?
Curious about what the spice was gonna be like. So it's got like some pepper. Is this star anise? I don't really think so. Very similar to Cheetos.
They don't smell like a Cheeto.
Nice and crunchy.
Like bubbly inside texture, really crunchy.
Really nice mouthfeel.
I like that.
The spice doesn't hit you until way after.
I'm really not getting this meat flavor thing.
Pretty mild.
Like a really mild hint of barbecue.
Pretty Moorish.
What does that mean?
You could probably sit here and eat these slowly all afternoon. So
I think I'll do that.
maybe a 6.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a solid 5 out of 10. Just like incredibly average. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you for joining us and our stomachs on this Chinatown adventure. There is a lot to learn about this unique neighborhood in London. For example, it used to be located in Limehouse. If you're interested in learning more about the history of London's Chinatown, I've included some interesting links in the description below. Before I leave you, maybe check out this episode where Steph and I take ourselves on possibly the most bizarre tour of Soho ever. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.